Review number 1. We got this when my daughter turned 1. I didn't see any reviews for children her age, so my review will specifically relate to smaller users. She mainly uses the learning tower to eat for at least 2 reasons. First, at 1, babies/toddlers really don't have the coordination to help. Secondly, while smaller users can reach the counter to eat, they are not tall enough to pour or dump. Eating on the learning tower can be a messy affair, but instead of tugging at my legs while I'm cooking, she's up on the tower. I like that we can fold the tower up. I dislike the shapes because that's another surface to clean. However, unless I wanted to make one, this was our best bet for a fold-up one. She learned how to get up and down from it right before 17 months. It's still a little hard for her. She's in the 50% for height. On the highest setting, she could use it day 1, and she was only in the 10/20th% at 1. Because it folds up, she often will pull on the sides to make a banging noise. But overall, it's a wonderful item. My daughter wanted to be in my arms constantly until we got this. It gives her tons of independence, and as her coordination improves, she's be able to help more and more. Review number 2. I bought the Guidecraft tower over the learning tower because it is a little smaller and can fold up when not in use. I was hesitant about getting a kitchen tower because I have a galley kitchen and I was worried that there would be no room for it. However, I was pleasantly surprised at how small this was. I was expecting something larger because it looks large in the picture. We fold it up and put it in the corner after every use. My 21-month-old daughter loves it and feels like she is part of the action in the kitchen. Review number 3. This is a great tool. We bought it for our 16-month-old who was super interested in what we do in the kitchen. She can now watch while we clean and cook. She has started to wash her own hands and can do a small amount of help, like crack open eggs. If mom or dad has time to pick out some shell, lol. It was easy for me to put together, but I do not think this is easy to fold and open daily. There is a screw when you open it that needs to be put in and it really isn't worth it to me. We just keep it open in the kitchen. Review number 4. The wife and the kid loves it. The wife gives our son a pot, a wooden spoon, and some mega blocks in his pot, and he gets to pretend he is helping. Before he was latching onto her legs and crying while she was trying to cook, no matter how much I tried to keep him out of the kitchen. The platform comes with a screw that if you install it, then you can't fold it up. I wish it came with a way to secure the platform, that wouldn't require removing the screw to fold it up, such as maybe a bottom side latch. Honestly, I ended up just leaving the screw out, but I'm sure the manufacturer requires the screw to assure that it is safe. Also, wish there was an optional bar that went across one of the openings, so the kid can crawl out of it. Review number 5. Great product. My kid loves using this to help me in the kitchen. We always put it away after each use. Setting it up/collapsing it is relatively easy, although it would be nice if an Allen wrench was not required to do this each time. In order to collapse the kitchen helper, you have to pull up the piece of wood the child stands on so you can fold it flat. That piece of wood is locked into place by a screw that requires an Allen wrench. It's easy to unscrew, but a little of a pain to find and store the Allen wrench each time. Normally I tape these things to the bottom or back of a product, however when you are using it multiple times a week, taping it is not the best option. If this is going to be a permanent fixture in your kitchen, it's great. But I like to put it away in case anyone decides to climb on it unsupervised. Maybe in the future they can put a clasp or other secure device that doesn't require keeping track of an additional tool. Or add an easy compartment to store and access the wrench in the product. Review number 5. The concept of this product is great and my daughter loves standing in it while I'm prepping meals in the kitchen. The product quality would benefit greatly if the manufacturer would make a very important safety modification. Because two of the sides are essentially open, a child who's on the small side could fall out of the kitchen helper. One additional strip of wood across one side is all it would take. My super handy dad opted to screw a piece of plexiglass onto one side. Problem solved. The modification he made allows the kitchen helper to still be folded up when not in use. I now feel that my daughter is safe in the kitchen helper and the product will be used without worry. Review number 6. I bought one for my house. My granddaughter loves it so much I got her one for her house. The first one they received had a scratch. We returned it and got a replacement, no problems returning the scratched one. She uses this for eating, doing art projects and socializing. Review number 7. This is great of my little guy to help in the kitchen. I love that it collapses down and consolidates. It makes it easy for storage, but to be honest we never collapse it down. We keep it out all the time because it is used so much. Review number 1. We got this when my daughter turned 1. I didn't see any reviews for children her age, so my review will specifically relate to smaller users. She mainly uses the learning tower to eat for at least 2 reasons. First, at 1, babies/toddlers really don't have the coordination to help. Secondly, while smaller users can reach the counter to eat, they are not tall enough to pour or dump. Eating on the learning tower can be a messy affair, but instead of tugging at my legs while I'm cooking,